Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our top stories. Gunmen kidnapped Justice Abdul Dogo on the Federal High Court. Akure, Ondo State, demand 50 million naira ransom. Edo and Ondo State police commands begin manhunt for kidnappers. More ministers and heads of departments and agencies continue defense of their budgets at the National Assembly. Minister of Finance insists the country is not in a debt crisis. Tales of more flood disaster in parts of the country as residents of communities in Ogun, Imo and Bayelsa states call for help as they battle rising floodwaters. And US lifts sanctions imposed on Turkey over its offensive against Kurdish fighters in Syria after Russia agreed to deploy troops along the Syrian border. For more information on our top stories, please visit our website, channelstv.com, youtube.com/channelsweb has videos of all our shows. At least 2 persons are feared killed on the Otedola Bridge section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway following a multiple accident involving a truck, a delivery van and a commercial bus. The accident, which happened earlier today, caused a gridlock for outbound commuters and vehicles plying that route. The Assistant Corps Commandant of the Federal Road Safety Commission in the Ojodu area of Lagos told Channels Television that the truck ran into the pickup vehicle, which eventually lost control and rammed into the commuter bus. Now, 15 inmates have been rescued by the Adamawa State Police Command from an illegal rehabilitation and detention center in Wuro Hausa, a suburb in Yola, South Local Government area of the state. The police public relations officer Suleiman Yahaya, who confirmed the rescue, revealed that 4 operators of the center have been arrested in the sting operation, which followed a tip-off. According to an eyewitness, the police found over the victims in the custody of an old man and 3 young persons serving as his monitoring agents. Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Linda Akigbe. Linda.
Hello, Ijoma. President Muhammadu Buhari has held a bilateral meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the Russia-Africa Forum in Sochi. The 2 leaders agreed to put Nigeria-Russia relations on the fast track and pursue the completion of partially completed and abandoned projects initiated by both countries. They also agreed to start new infrastructure projects and expand trade and investment, security and military cooperation. According to the presidents, Nigeria and Russia will work together to improve efficiency of Nigeria's oil sector in a way that will see to the rehabilitation of epileptic oil refineries. This would be done through a joint venture between Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, and Russia-based leading oil company, Lukoil, that would also work towards prospection of oil in deep offshore. The Russian government agreed to support development of Nigeria's rail infrastructure by constructing 1,400 kilometers track from Lagos to the south-south city of Calabar. And back in the country, with the successful completion of negotiations for the new minimum wage and the consequential adjustments, the Federal Executive Council has ordered that payments must be completed by December the 31st, 2019. Other decisions of the council meeting, presided over by Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, includes the government unveiling a new strategy to end gas flaring in the country. Correspondent Ibrahim Adra reports.
Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo chaired the meeting, which lasted about 5 hours. In the course of the meeting, Council deliberated on memoranda from the Ministry of Aviation, Communication and Science and Technology. Speaking afterwards, Minister Ogbonnayonu says approval has been given for a new direction to ending gas flaring.
One way to help us completely solve this problem of gas flaring is to convert the natural gas into methanol. The quantity of gas that you require, to produce this volume of methanol that we're talking about is massive. The only thing I want our Nigerians to recognize is that Something like this cannot be achieved overnight because it will take time.
That digital economy should be added.
Another new development is that Ministry of Communication is now to be called Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. Here is the justification.
Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. We came up with the proposal knowing that digital economy today is about to dominate the world. And even in Nigeria, if you look at it critically, the contribution of ICT to our GDP, gross domestic product, is increasing by the day.
With the successful completion of negotiations between organized labor and the government, there is a directive to pay up.
The financial implications worked out by the National Salaries and Incomes and Wages Commission as consequential adjustment should take effect from April 18th, 2019, the day the new National Minimum Wage Act came into being. Council also approved for us that the financial implications worked out and the attendant payments should be completed on or before 31st December 2019.
States are to get copies of the agreement to guide possible negotiation and implementation. The Aviation Ministry got approvals to procure and install communications equipment in Zaria and Katsina airports. On the port of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, the minister gave an assurance.
Mr. President has graciously approved the counterpart funding to quickly finish the new Lagos terminal and that of Kano. We will, by the grace of God, deliver Kano in December. We will also, by the grace of God, deliver new Lagos before Easter, together with that of Enugu.
The installations in Zaria and Katsina airports will cost over 1 billion naira, with a completion period of 8 months. From the presidential villa, Ibrahim Adra, Channels Television News.
Now to political matters. The People's Democratic Party candidate for the November 16 governorship election in Bayelsa State, Senator Doye Diri, today failed to honor an invitation by the Code of Conduct Bureau to answer allegations of failing to declare his assets. According to a source at the Bureau, Senator Diri was bailed to appear before the chairman of the Bureau in Abuja by 11 a.m., but failed to appear even as the Bureau was informed that he was on a campaign tour in Bayelsa State. The CCB's invitation is sequel to a petition from Mr. Joseph Abekedrimo dated September the 17th, 2019, declaring that as a principal aide to the Bayelsa State Governor between 2012 and 2014, Mr. Diri failed to declare his assets to the Bureau as a public officer. He's asking the CCB to investigate the allegations and accordingly drag the senator to the Code of Conduct Tribunal for trial. In other news, the need for women to begin to contribute to national development through better participation is the focus of the third Osasu Show Symposium. The convener of the event, Osasu Benedion, explained that putting the issue on the front burner will prepare women for both elective and non-elective participation in politics and other decision-making processes. Our correspondent Amaka Okafor has a report.
If you are an entrepreneur, what does that
It's the third in the series of symposium that is used to highlight issues in the Nigerian polity by the convener of the Osasu Show Symposium, Ms. Osasu Benedion. Participants are drawn from people in government, the private sector, market women and students. Speaker after speaker makes a case for the participation of women in shaping the Nigerian story.
Greater participation in policy decision-making by women could see greater attention paid to issues of childcare, health and education, security and hunger, which are the most important national development issues in our country today. It is therefore logical to argue that if we are able to bring more women into public office, we are likely to achieve a broader consensus in promoting these issues to the top of our national agenda. Greater participation of women in politics is therefore in everyone's interest.
I would like to emphasize that more needs to be done in terms of ensuring freedom from all forms of discrimination against the girl child. Governments and societies must do the needful if true freedom is to be won. Policies have been put in place. Promises have been made. Now it is time to put the words to action and make real progress.
The convener of the event, Ms. Osasui Gbenedion, speaks on the importance of having discussions and creating avenue for women to participate in national development.
I think the biggest mistake a lot of women groups make is when they try to talk about women issues with only women in the room. But we have the he for she's in the room who are also in a position of power. It's just the way it is at this moment, that the people who are in a position of power to change things are the men. So we ensured we brought them into the room also to talk to women from all different social stratas about how we can increase this role.
In this generation,
beyond symposiums such as this one, there is a need to put mechanisms in place by both the government and the private sector to ensure adequate participation of women in shaping Nigeria's growth as a country. Amaka Okafor, Channels Television News.
Anambra State Governor Mr. Willie Obiano has reiterated his administration's commitment to providing access roads across the state to ease movement of people and goods. Governor Obiano gave the reassurance while inspecting major road projects in Aguleri and Obunike communities.
The ongoing 3.6-kilometer Nchekube-Onochie-Ezu River Road and Drainage Construction Project in Aguleri, Anambra East Local Government Area. Although the landscape is alluring, the terrain is set to be a difficult one for the road construction, but all hands are on deck to bring the vision to reality. Governor Willie Obiano arrives the scene to get first-hand information on the project so far. The target is to achieve completion by the end of the year.
This road will take from Adamawa Aguleri Road to Ezu River. The contractor to this project is Dolly Brown. As you can see, it's very difficult terrain with a twin box covered, but the contractor is on site. You can see the floodlights.
We have a marching order that despite the difficult terrain, we are going to complete this project before the end of the year.
Satisfied with the development so far, the governor tasks the contractors for the work ahead.
You can see the slope is too much. The sloping down to the river in a the gradient is high. So they must bring it up so that the vehicles can pass there safely. And also the vehicles coming from the Ezu River, can also apply this place well. A big truck climbing this place as it is now will not successfully negotiate that.
The team moves to Obunike, another 4.6-kilometer road project in Oyi local government area. The people are elated as the news of completion by December will bring relief. Governor Obiano speaks on the importance of the road when it's finished.
It will help to divert the traffic at the express road during this Yuletide season, and it's a shortcut to so many places. What we are trying to do is to take off pressure from the express road, so that these hinterlands can absorb most of the traffic there and people can move freely during this Christmas.
The governor also used the opportunity to direct all contractors handling road projects in the state to return to site and be ready to deliver in record time.
When the News at 10 returns, Nigeria's Consumer Confidence Index rises to 3.8%.